All right. See, the thing about me is when all the doors are closed, I know the ways in through the back alleys, through the cellar doors. I've climbed through windows, climbed out windows. That's just how I do what I do, yo. So the motherfuckers and the fucking mothers out there, they're on the right side of God. However you define your God, I'm not gonna fucking get into details. But I assure you, he does not want you watching commercials on cancer. He doesn't want you watching commercials on medications that you should be taking by some sort of illness that some man made up and then told you that you had, and you somehow believed it, and then it manifested. If you can believe The Secret is real by Good Vibrations, how can you not think that watching cancer fucking commercials all day, every day, or if you're in a work environment? I do believe that the love of my life, his mom got breast cancer, and I do believe that it was because she was in a medical environment where she smoked and everyone kept on telling her about it. And I feel like that woman was made out of fucking fibers of bloodlines that just didn't get sick. However, mixed with the constant coercion and propaganda of other people's places and things and their words and their ways, I definitely feel like it got into her. Um, Not to mention the people that she was around, and the stuff that partook in. I'm saying it's all sorts of things, but it's definitely about the energies and the time and the attention that you give to different things. Now, all these readers are catching on to the fact that this was like an MK Ultra deal, and if you don't know what MK Ultra is, it's just a little science experiment that rich people and smart people did to see what they could do with the human race. It was just a hypothesis at one point in time that went to a theory that somehow was able to mix with some variables, and they made that shit happen. Um, these girls are getting upset. They've been so upset about the cameras and about the gang stalking, which I guess I can understand. If you don't want to be followed, you don't want to be followed. Go on country roads, take a right turn, shut off your lights, take a pee. They'll drive past you. Nobody will know any different. That's my advice. But don't take my advice because I'm kind of I'm an elitist when it comes to how I handle situations. I either am an extremist or an elitist, and most of the time I don't even get to act out all of the ways that I think and what I do think because I feel like the repercussions would be a lot worse than what I've perceived. So, with that in mind, yin and yang, the positivity of your intuition and the love that you're given for yourself and others is something that no man or moment should be able to claim as their own. They can define it, of course. I mean, you get treated like shit a couple times. Of course, you're going to feel like shit. Of course, you're going to think you're shit um, because of the interactions that were taking place. If you get avoided and ignored, of course, you're going to think that it's okay to either be avoid or avoid people. The common decency in my own character doesn't allow that. I've tried very hard to ignore people that I genuinely felt needed to learn the lesson. However, it wasn't my place to give them the lesson. It was my place to be a good person. Always has been, always will be. No matter what devastations or destructions come to my own personal life. I don't know if that's selfishness or stupidity, but I'm sure that somebody will decide someday in some written records of some sort of situation. They just better call this Operation Jamie Sue. Jamie fucking Sue by the time it's all said and done. Because um, I've got here the Ace of Clubs, which is the beginning of clarity of yourself and intuition, followed by my Four of Diamonds, which my Four of Diamonds actually has got it's got really good symbolism because it's the money and the value and the earthly possessions of all four corners of the earth coming together and working together and doing what's best for humanity. And if, to be honest, if there was a operation or some sort of scientific program that was done on all types of individuals of all kinds, not just psychics, um, then hopefully by now they have the research that they need, because if they can do obesity reports and they can do mental disease reports and they can do reports on psychics and serial killers and all this other stuff, I would assume that they've got all the information that they could need or would need to make a situation happen, Captains. Um, so don't fear the Reaper is the best way to put it. I don't know why that came to my mind. Um, but we went from the Four of Diamonds to the Ten of Diamonds, and the Ten of Diamonds is like treasures beyond your belief, not treasures of this world, and of this earth, but treasures beyond your belief, which means more money than you can imagine, more powers than you can imagine, more happiness that you can imagine, more contentment than you can imagine. You know, everything is fulfilled within the 10 of diamonds. And I think that's pretty fucking cool it goes straight from the 4 to the 10. So if you want to fight the powers that be, um, you're going to be one of those people that's going to say it is what it is instead of being on my side where it is so be it. Because you know you've done everything that you could and you know you did it the right way. And what you did do wrong, it could have been a lot fucking worse. But you know what you did was okay. Um, they're kind of worried. I got somebody here saying the 3 of Hearts. There's an unknown influence that's been involved in our psyche, our psychology, our personifications, even like I was saying, propaganda. And you can blame it on wavelengths, you can blame it on frequencies, you can blame it on festivities or even people and what they do. But ultimately, it's your choice of free will. And you are your own free agent to decide what you will and what you will not do, and what you want and what you do not want out of life. You can sell out. I think everybody sells out once in their life. You know, you got to learn that the difference between humility and humiliation. Huge difference. Big black line there. Humility and humiliation. I don't know why they're making me do that. Humility with a Leo. There's a Leo that's at the 6 of clubs. 6 of clubs are the blessings of earth before the graces of God, before the wrath. So Leo, you're coming into some blessings. I know I just talked to a Leo who married a witch, and he still has, he's having medical repercussions. This dude's on like 60 different medications. Every guy that I've seen that female date gets kidney stones, gets seriously sick illnesses, and this guy hasn't been with her for at least a couple years, and he's still going to the doctor. And he's an Indian. That motherfucking blood is strong, so you know the black magic and evil entities out there are quite powerful. They've affected me many a times. But as the cameras will probably show, the effect that it has on those who have the will of the without the way is stronger than those that have the way without the will. And 717, so I'm going to stop that and tell you to smile while you do whatever you do. Always be good to yourself and others. And don't fucking forget that I fucking love you. And to smile while you do whatever voodoo that you try and do to you, me, mine, 23666. Yeah, you shouldn't have started that war. Okay. Chat later, Gators.